Welcome back to the $10 million studio. I'm your internet detective, the guy you count on to deliver you the facts of the case. Here with my $10 million studio mug. Hope you got something to drink, guys. Hope you got something handy because we're getting into it today. Only the biggest dramas on Trending Tuesdays. That's how we roll now. We're a drama channel, basically. So right off to get into it, let's go to the big boy desk. Come on. Let's go. Come with me. There we go. Look at that high-level production. Paid way too much money for this. What big drama are we talking about today? Well, I got a few topics for you guys. One big drama. Look at this guy. Quitting YouTube.
This might be the last time I'm saying this.
Oh, yeah. You got to have the sad piano. Good job, man. Following the template.
Until next time.
Goodbye. It says, thanks for the 15 years. Goodbye. Of course, it's trending, as usual. 3 million views, whatever. He's so sad. He's so, he's leaving forever. He says this might be the last time he says it. Oh, my God.
If you're not smiling, you're doing it wrong.
You're crying. You're not doing it right then. You're doing it wrong. Stay safe, be happy. I'll see you in 2021, probably. I thought this was a goodbye video. What is this?
All right, I'm gonna take the thumbnail. Hold on.
Ah! Why does he have this in the video? Hey guys, I'm gonna manipulate my audience. I gotta take the thumbnail real quick of me crying. Hold on. Gotta get that light right. Oh. I can't believe it. Goodbye, guys. Alex Wasabi slates month-long YouTube hiatus. Guys, YouTubers going on vacation isn't news. I mean, I think we should be allowed to go on vacation, but you don't need to cry. Imagine if you, at your job, every time before you left for vacation, you go into your office, you go, boss, this might be the last time I see you. And if you're not smiling, you're not doing it right. I can't even pretend. Imagine how stupid that would be. This is what YouTubers do. I don't know. I'm saying anyone who fakes a goodbye from the internet deserves jail time. I'm just going to say that right now. Okay? Anyways, now, next drama. Oh, hello. Bet you didn't expect to see me here. Look, I'm from the future. I'm not even in uniform right now because, guys, unfortunately, a big drama happened last night that we have to throw into the story, cut in the mix. So apologize if this doesn't flow perfectly, but we got to talk about CallMeCarson. Twitter lost its mind last night when allegations came out that this popular YouTuber with like 5 million subscribers groomed a 17-year-old. Now, everybody, of course, lost their minds and said, oh, this is terrible, it's terrible. Until it came out that he was 19 when it happened. So he was 19 years old talking to a 17-year-old. And of course, as you know from the internet, they're very good at having very rational, nuanced discussions about matters of the law.
Oh my God!
Yeah, so anyway, very nuanced, balanced discussion was had. And of course, the hot takes from the internet had to come out before we had even heard anybody else's side of the story. CallMeCarson may be a pedo? Allegations. CallMeCarson allegations. A neutral take. Drama alert, CallMeCarson. CallMeCarson is not a pedo. CallMeCarson is allegedly a pedo. CallMeCarson is definitely a pedo. CallMeCarson is a pedo? So I wanted to talk about this real quick because it's a big drama. Not that I really care, because I think a lot of this is overblown and kind of dumb. There's a bit of a wrinkle because, of course, he sent pictures back and forth with this minor. So let's talk about that real quick. Okay, number one, a 19-year-old talking to a 17-year-old is not big news, guys. When you talk about these things, the difference in age matters, guys. Back in my day, all right, I'm an old boomer now, married up, locked it up. But I was dating my high school sweetheart, who eventually became my wife. And yeah, she's 6 months older than me. We didn't happen to be born on the same day. So there was a time where we could have exposed her, guys. We missed our opportunity. But where she was 18 and I was still a minor. And guys, guess what? We were still talking. Does that make her a groomer? Does that make her a pedo? No, dude. No. The only reason anyone's making a big deal out of it is because this guy's internet famous. So I'm going to go ahead and say that is off the table. That doesn't matter. Then you have this thing of like sending, pics. Okay, now obviously I can't relate because me and my wife, we didn't even hold hands until we got married. But, for the rest of you heathens out there, I know some of you are tempted, okay? You go ahead and send the snaps. So what do we do about that, all right? Look, it's my opinion. I know this is going to sound crazy, but if you're going to go out and say that it's not a big deal if a 19-year-old has sex with a 17-year-old, then is it a big deal that they exchanged pictures? I think that's kind of a weird thing. Look, I know all of you guys are lawyers, and I know all of you are cops, and you perfectly understand the balance between age of consent and Romeo and Juliet laws, which say that the age gap matters, and I know you guys understand where Carson lives and all that kind of stuff. I don't care. That's not what I'm into. I'm into, do we really care? Do I care that a 19-year-old was sharing pictures with a 17-year-old and vice versa? No, it happens literally every day. And probably most of you guys who are throwing stones and saying, oh, this guy's evil, have probably done it too. You were 18 and the girl was 17, or vice versa, which happens also all the time. So the only thing left in this drama is that Carson is an internet celeb, guys. Now, I would know a little thing or two about being an internet celeb. So let me tell you, this is where my boy messed up. Okay, and this is honestly why I don't talk to any of you. I have a rule: never talk to your fans ever. Don't engage. Just if they come up to you on the street, say, "Hey, Steven, I want to." No, I'm out. And it's just you don't do it because there is that weird power dynamic thing that everyone's been talking about lately. I do think that is a real thing. It exists, even though it sounds like a book written by L. Ron Hubbard. Yeah, power dynamics between fans and their object of worship. Their celebrity. I know we're just in this celebrity-obsessed culture now. So, that's real. And so I think that was a mistake. But I also think he was 19 years old. I don't think that's getting its proper attention here. The dude was 19. When I was 19, I was dumb as a box of rocks. If I was judged on that forever, people are trying to say, lock him up. Lock him up, guys. Oh, the cops are coming, Carson. You gotta be locked up. No, it's dude, this guy, he's young. He's figuring out life. Should he have done it? No, of course not. But people are acting like he was some puppet master. People are going, he groomed her. He was like a puppet master grooming. You're talking about some 31-year-old talking to a 15-year-old. No, dude, this is some awkward, and you can read the chat logs because, of course, they've been leaked. This guy is some awkward, cringy guy who doesn't know how to handle, relationships with women. And you can tell. I don't think this is some master puppeteer of fans. I think it was a mistake. I don't think he should have done it. I think he should, in the future, better understand his relationship with his fans. But is this a big drama? I'm honestly disappointed with Drama Tuesdays or Trending Tuesdays right now because I feel is this really what everyone's freaking out about? I don't know. I don't get it. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe you think that I haven't understood the complexities of the law here. And since you guys are lawyers, I want you to explain it to me in the comments below. Explain to me where I'm wrong. Because, of course, the Minecraft community has been known for its nuance and understanding takes. So, whatever. Next, drama. Dream, the Minecraft YouTuber. Oh yes, we're getting deep inside of this. I found a secret, never before released video I really want to talk about, guys, because I really care about Minecraft speedrunning. I may never have played the game, may never have followed any of it, but I deeply care. Okay, so let's check this out together.
Here we go. You don't know me, fool.
What is this?
You disown me? Cool. I don't need your assistance, social persistence. Any problem I got, I just put my fist in. My life is violence, but violence is life. Peace is a dream.
Okay, I can't even play, dude. I can't even get through 2 topics on Trending Tuesdays before I want to go back to what I want to talk about. And what I want to talk about is this guy. That's what I want to talk about, guys. We haven't talked about it in a long time. Look, I started the London Real Saga because I was just fascinated fascinated by what was going on, but I feel like I've left a lot of you hanging. And mostly it's just because I wanted to just let the grift be the grift. But lately he's done some things that we have to talk about. I'm sorry, guys. No Minecraft. Maybe Minecraft next Trending Tuesdays, guys. Maybe we'll talk about the big drama in the Minecraft community, because I know you guys care about that. But today, we got to address this man right here.
Where have you left me? What have I got? Last night in cold blood, my younger brother got shot. My homeboy got jacked. My mother's on crack. My sister can't work because her arm showed tracks. Madness, insanity, live in profanity. Then some punk claiming they understand me? Give me a break. What world do you live in? Death is my sect. Now guess my religion. Colors.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we got to give credit to the guy who made that, first of all. Thank you for doing that. That was beautiful. Joe Whitaker, he did this. Oh my gosh. So funny, my guy. That is amazing. Guys, if you don't know, Brian Rose, he's running for mayor. And, I haven't been talking about it because I don't want to call attention to it. Look, really, no one's covered this guy. You look up Brian Rose for mayor. The only thing talking about Brian Rose for mayor is Brian Rose. But he's been recently making some bold claims. Real bold, guys. He says he's winning the election.
Hey, I just wanted to check in with everyone and let you know that we are winning.
Please tell me this isn't real.
And on May 7th, we plan to move into City Hall and become your next mayor for London. At this point, there are only two people in this race. The current mayor of London, the incumbent, and us.
Is that true? Is that real? I'm sure many of you, like me, are getting triggered right now. Is it true that Brian Rose, his digital freedom platform, is becoming the official internet of London? I don't know.
And we are soon to be actually moving into first place. Check the odds, check the bookies out there. Every day, we become more and more likely to become your next mayor of London.
So, okay, you get the point, guys. We don't have to play any more of that clip. He says, check the odds, check the bookies. We're number 2. Guys, and we're about to move into number 1. We're about to move in to first place and move in to win the whole thing. So my thought was, this needs some investigation, and there's only one man to do it. It's me, the internet detective. So I dug into it. I dug into his policies. I wanted you to know, listen, hey, worst case scenario, what happens if the megalomaniac goes and he becomes the mayor of London, right? Well, after some long research, I discovered his policy platform, Transform London 2021. Sorry, Brian, I'm in your way here. His vision for London. So I decided we'd go through it together because I think it's very interesting what he's got going on, guys. I think you should be very worried if I were you. The following is my Transform London 2021 plan of attack. Now, I'm going to be honest. The policies were so vague that I did have to interpret them a little bit. Because it was just a bunch of boilerplate stuff. I didn't understand it. So I did hire some experts to try to figure out what Brian actually means. Okay, so he says he's going to get London back to work. How's he going to do that? Well, he's going to reinvigorate this economy of this great city by forcing everyone to start a podcast and asking them to take Brian Rose's business course. 50% of all profits will be donated to the Freedom Platform. So if you're in the podcasting game, this is good news for you. You should vote for Brian. Health first. We will create the most resilient citizens in the world who are physically and mentally robust, always prepared for times of crisis. We will do this by asking them to drink their own urine on a daily basis. Yeah, that's right, guys. I mean, Brian Rose understands health on a, psychological level, mental level, spiritual level. And, he's not going to let you go to pot. So you got to drink your piss like he does every day. This is a real thing, by the way. You think I'm joking?
Okay, I'm here at London Real World headquarters waiting for Mr. Timothy Sheaf, and I have a glass of a beverage. This is my own urine.
Yeah, that's a real thing that really happened. I think he's deleted the video so far, but hey, it's the internet detective. We figured it out. So yeah, you got to do that. There will also be breakdancing every third Saturday, where you're required to head spin for 30 seconds. Huh. I don't know. That seems to play to Brian's strengths a little bit. In fact, not only does he want you to breakdance, anyone who runs for mayor from now on has to be able to breakdance. Look, he says it in a video. Show me a mayor who can do that. He wants to challenge Sadiq Khan to a breakdancing battle where he thinks he play to his strengths a little bit here. You must be able to head spin for at least 30 seconds if you're going to be mayor, and more importantly, if you're going to be a citizen of London. Otherwise, you might get locked up. Next on the agenda, we got science first. And again, this is just if Brian Rose gets elected. Calm down. It's not going to happen, but if he does. He will make London safe again by implementing rigorous science-based decisions when it comes to setting policies. We believe there's been a disproportionate response to the 5G corona scare. Oh, wow. Okay, Brian. That has caused the loss of countless lives and to let the lizardmen take over. Fair enough. This can be remedied by referring all questions of science to our supreme science czar, Dr. David Icke. Congratulations, Sir David. You got yourself a bit of a raise there, I think. Nice. Okay. Education first. What's this about? We will get London back to school to ensure a bright future for our young kids. We will remove the culture of textbooks, and instead every student gets an hour of Joe Rogan listening every day, followed by an hour and 1 minute of London Real listening. Guys, this is his policies. I mean, I'm just reading off of his website, right? I'm reading off of his website, to be clear. We will create a marketplace of ideas where censorship is no longer permitted on our digital freedom platforms, so long as I'm the one uploading the content and or the person talking has donated. Okay. Yeah, that I think is maybe the worst part, is everything will be siphoned through the London Real freedomplatform.tv webpage. So I hope you guys are used to going to that page and putting in your email. Obviously, you have to do that. So the question remains, I mean, look, I know you're sitting there looking at the color of your own piss, wondering when it's going to come to blows or swallows. But don't worry, guys, because I also did some digging not only into his policies, but also what's his likelihood of getting elected. Is it true that he's number 2 in the polls, right? Or in the betting? The bookies, boys, the bookies. Well, I got some bad news there. Honestly, bad news. Yes, it's true. He is number 2 in the polls. What's going on? Is it true that he's really got a 20% chance of winning? It's complicated. Mystery. Because when you actually look up the real polls, not just a sports bookie website, you find this. This is the best poll I could find. Sadiq Khan, of course, is way ahead. And then there's a bunch of people. And then all the way back, I can't even get it on screen right now, is other. And Brian is one of the others. They actually just have this basket of others where all the mayor candidates, because it's just so easy to run for mayor, can go. And that's where Brian is. So what's going on? Is Brian in last place? Is he in second place? It's a bit of a mystery. So I looked into how bookies' odds are made. And basically, this is actually what's going on. So in bookie odds making, you obviously want to account for what is the actual likelihood of something happening. But there's this other factor, which is that when somebody places a big bet on something, the odds change because the bookie doesn't want to be exposed to like a huge risk. It's like, let's say someone puts like $1 million on the underdog. Well, now that underdog, even though they're not likely to win, the bookie, on that weird chance that they do win, they basically don't want to be bankrupt. So they change the odds to fit themselves better. So let me give you guys a hypothetical to explain this little bookie making. Let's just say a grifter looking for attention wants to make waves, and he has a bunch of cash from free donations to his campaign. Let's say instead of actually using that money for good causes, he places a bet on himself. Theoretically, the odds would change, and he could tell his followers he's in second place while actually not needing to get any votes at all. He could completely bomb in the election and then just say it was the lizard people. So I know that's a little bit, hey, let's go to the conspiracy board, guys, because I know that's a little bit crazy, right? A little bit Pepe Sylvia. Ooh, I know that's wild, but I'm going to just go out on a limb here and say that that's what's happening. So fear not, guys. Sleep well at night, knowing that Brian Rose isn't in second place. In fact, it seems like he's in last place. So the mystery is solved, guys. The mystery of Brian Rose running for mayor. I hope you feel like you've been kept up to date with what's going on, because I know we haven't talked about him. And you might see his videos saying that he's in first place, whatever. No. Somebody just placed a big bet on him. We don't know who. And his odds changed because of it. But literally, the polls are clear. No one knows who this guy is, of course. Look, the challenge is that when you're running for mayor, you have to get actual people in London to vote for you. Not like the 5 David Icke followers who still haven't realized that he used David Icke like strictly for clout. those guys, like, yeah, they're a fan of Brian Rose, but those guys don't usually live in London. You know, the concentration is all over the world. He needs to convince people specifically within the city, and it's not going to happen. All right, so that concludes Trending Tuesday. Let me know what you guys want to see next. I know you guys are very invested. Sorry to clickbait you with the dream drama, guys. I honestly just can't be bothered to talk about it today. But let me know what you're interested in seeing, and I'll make sure to deliver for you guys. Up tomorrow, we got Webinar Wednesdays. Be sure to check it out where we get scammed so you don't have to. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.